Hello guys, welcome to Coding Store. Welcome back to C++ series. So today we going to be talking about control flow statement, and really it is going to be a continuation of previous videos. So don't miss a single video in a series. If you haven't watched it, check it out. Control flow statements work with loop. That is, they give us more control as to how these loops actually run. There are mainly three types of control flow statement, that is break, continue and return. Break is used inside loop, however it is also used in switch statement and it says get out of the loop and end the loop immediately. While the continue is used in a loop and it says go to the next iteration of the loop if there is one else part, otherwise it ends the loop. And talking about return, return is more powerful because it will get out of your function completely. So let's check the control flow for the break statement. When it enters the loop, it will check for the condition. If the condition is true, it will break immediately and exit the loop immediately. And if the condition is false, it will go again to the start of the loop. So now let's try using break statement. Again we used the same example. Here I declared I equals to 0 where I is less than 12 and I is incremented. If I equals to 6, it will break the statement. So we know that break statement is used inside loops. However, it is also used in switch statements and it says get out of the loop and end the loop. So if I equals to 6, it will go inside and break the statement. So here I declared break statement within if statement where if is given with condition I equals to 6. Let's run this example. So what we see here is I is printed up to 6. Sorry, I is printed up to 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I is not printing after 6 uh, up till 12. So we know that the break statement, for the break statement, if it satisfies the condition, it will go inside the loop, it will break and it will print the code after the loop body. And if the condition is false, it will exit the loop immediately and it will print the code after the loop body. So what we see here is if I is equals to 6, it is breaking the loop and exiting the for loop. So this is our for loop and it is printing the statement that is written outside the for loop, that is hello world. So we see hello world here. So friends, this is how break statement works. So let's see the flow chart for the continue statement. When it enters in the loop, it will check for the continue statement and if the condition is true, it will continue and go to the start. Again when it enters and if the condition is false, it will execute remaining part of loop body. So let's try this statement using examples. Firstly we will go with continue statement. Here I written one program using namespace standard and I declared one loop, for loop, in which I declared integer I as a 0 and it will continue up to 12. I is less than 12 and it and I increments. I use one if statement within for loop where I put one condition I equals to 4 and it will continue for this condition. After coming back from this if loop, it will print I and go to next line. So let's run this example. So after running this code, we see that it is printing from 0 to 11. As I is less than 12, it will not count 12. It will not print 12. So what we see is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is missing. When it satisfies this condition, if I equals to 4, it will continue. We know that continue is used inside a loop and it says go to the next iteration. So it will stop for this iteration and it will go for the next iteration. So it will not print this 13th line, that is cout print I and next line. So we will not print 4 in the output. So let's compare break and continue. Break terminates the execution of remaining iteration of the loop while continue terminates only the current iteration of the loop. Break resumes the control of the program to the end of the loop including that break, while the continue resumes the control of the program to the next iteration of that loop enclosing the continue. Break causes early termination of the loop, while continuation causes early execution of the next iteration. Break stops the continuation of the loop, and continue do not stop the continuation of the loop. It only does is it only stops the current iteration of the loop. And break can also be used in switch or label, but continue cannot be used or cannot be executed with switch and labels. The return statement returns the flow of the execution to the function from where it is called. So let's see from this image. This is our main function, and these are our sub functions, function A, function B, and function C. Going through main function, it is calling function A. Going through function A, it is calling function B. Going through function B, it is calling function C. And function C is returning value to function B, and function B is returning the value to function A, and function A is returning value to the main function, and hence the return function works. And hence the return statement works. The return statement may or may not return anything for a void function, but for a non-void function, a return value is returned. So let's try the return statement using one example. I have written one program using namespace standard. This is my main function, that is driver method, and this is the non-void return type function. Going through the main function, we are printing the sum is, and we are calling one function, that is my function, by passing two parameters 5 and 3. So it will go to non-void return type function, that is my function, and inside it will perform one operation, that is sum equals to x plus y, where sum is an integer. After performing this operation, the value is stored in the integer sum, and this is the method using the return statement to return a value. So let's execute this. So when we pass 5 comma 3, it will go inside my function, it will pass two parameters, that is 5 and 3, and it will perform one operation, sum equals to x plus y, and it will return sum and sum to my function 5 comma 3, and we get output as 8. So we hope you have enjoyed watching this video, but don't forget to subscribe the channel and also share with your friends, and let everyone learn the programming. Stay tuned for the next video by the Coding Store. Thank you.